Hi everyone, I will be showing you in this video how to use the individual lashes practice kit set 1. The kit comes with a mannequin with eyes to attach the realistic lashes, and this mannequin has a hole in the back which you can mount to a stand. Next is the rubber leaf blower. Now this blower you use to dry out the glue. It has it's detachable and it produces a pretty decent amount of wind. Next are the under eye patches with guides, so you get 2 sheets with the kit, and as you can see that there are numbered guides on each and every one of them. Next are the self-adhesive realistic looking practice lashes. So these lashes are pretty thin and they attach pretty well to the mannequin eyes. Next is my favorite. This is a mixed size lash tray. So you can see that the lashes are not all the same length. The length actually ranges, with this particular pack, the length ranges from 10 millimeters all the way up to 20 millimeters, and they are quite soft, which is another thing I like about this tray. Next is a pair of straight and curved tweezers to help you split the lashes and to apply them, and they have a 22 milliliter eyelash glue that's purple but it dries black. So this is quite a lot of glue. You get 10 of the glue rings. Yeah, it was a struggle for me to get these on with the latex gloves on, but yeah, these come in pretty handy. Included in the kit is 5 sets of disposable mascara wands, which really come in handy, and what I like about them is that they are bendable. Alright, so this is all the kit contains, so let's get started. First, I am going to apply the practice self-adhesive practice lashes. Now these are actually super thin. I think they are the size of real lashes because they are so thin. What I actually do like about them is that you get close to, practicing on what would seem to be very realistic lashes. So this is me just basically testing out how these tweezers separate, and be careful because some tweezers come really sharp, and if you do apply pressure you might just hurt your client. So do bear in mind to test the sharpness of your tweezers before you begin a procedure. And now I'm just going to lightly attach the lashes. I've realized that my first attempt at attaching these lashes was pretty whack, but I seem to get it right the second time, so yeah, I guess I could be proud about that. My mannequin seems to have skew eyes, but y'all can forgive me for this. So I just used the disposable mascara wand to just fluff out some of the lashes that got stuck in the glue. Yeah, and just making sure that these lashes don't move, and I must say that they were holding up pretty well. I could not feel any part of these lashes moving. So next I am going to stick on the under eye lashes. Now this was specifically difficult for me because I had to get down under the lash, and every time I did, the sticker would just stick very far away from the lash. So unfortunately I couldn't ask the mannequin to look up, but whenever you're doing a client, you can just ask them to look up, and you place the under eye patches right above the underlid lashes. So this is just to make sure that whenever you apply the lashes, none of the glue gets to the under lashes, because it will be very difficult for your client to open your eyes after, so you would want to avoid that. Now I've zoomed in a bit so that you guys can see, but I was really struggling on how to place this mannequin and how I'm gonna work. Yeah, it was a bit of struggle, so please forgive me with me adjusting the mannequin and just trying to figure out how I'm going to apply the lashes. So first I tried to use the straight and curved tweezers that came with the set, but since I'm an amateur, I found them a bit difficult for me to work with, so I just changed the lashes. So next I am going to use the pigment ring and put in some pigment glue in it. Once that is done, I am all set and ready to work. Now I do adjust the glue ring a bit, because whenever I have my hand, I don't have it at a straight up, so I do tilt it a bit, so to avoid the glue slipping out of the ring, I usually adjust the ring. So this was me trying to determine the sizes and how I am going to lay the lashes. So what I do like to do is lay out the lashes in such a way that the inner part of the lash would be a shorter length, and it would fan out to be a longer length on the outer side of the eye. So here I started with the 10 millimeters. What I'd like to do is just pick out all the lashes and then place them on somewhere white where I could see them. So I would first pick out the amount that I think I would need, and then start working instead of me having to go back, pick them out again. But you can always do whatever pleases you, whatever floats your boat. I did try the 10 milliliter lashes, but then it didn't work out, because these lashes that are currently on the mannequin were much longer than the 10 millimeters. So I switched to 12 millimeters, which was the shortest, and I did that at the inner part of the eye. So I decided to start on the outer part of the eye, since it was easier for me to reach. This is just, I've just applied a few lashes off camera, and this is how they currently look. And to test them out, you could see that every single time I would place a couple of lashes, I would blow them out with the blower, and then I would brush them out with the mascara wand, just to make sure that these lashes don't stick together, because sometimes the glue might make them stick together, and to make sure that whenever I lay the lash so that the base of the lash is attached to the root of the natural lash. Now I have to apologize, because I realized after I've shot the video that this is really not visible. I should have actually zoomed in a bit better, but I do try to zoom in later in the video when I start working on the 14 millimeters and the 12 millimeter lashes. So just do bear with me. And another thing I realized is that whenever I shot the video, I saw that after that me dipping the glue was not in the shot. So I was really hoping that it would be in a shot, but because I was so focused on the lashes, I really didn't think to check. So just make sure that whenever you dip into the lashes that you don't see any globs of glue. So whenever there's any round noticeable glue on the lash, just make sure, just tap it a bit on the edge of the glue ring just to remove all the excess glue, because you really don't need that much glue. And having a lot of glue on one lash could cause all the other lashes to stick onto that lash, which is something you really don't want to happen. So getting the right amount of glue would mean that you dip the glue, think about a third into the glue, and just make sure you see that the place that you dipped is slightly, just a little bit thicker than the rest of the lash. That's when you know that you have dipped it just fine. So sometimes when you do dip it, you get a little more than you need. So just tap it at the edge of the glue ring until all the excess is out, and then just apply it on the base of the natural lash. So here I really tried to zoom in, but I see that the more I tried to zoom in, the more pixelated it got, and it became blurry and wasn't very clear. But from this, I really hope that you guys can see how I am applying the lashes. So you would pick out a natural lash, usually a lash that is shorter than the rest, so a nice young lash, and then you would place the false lash right on top of the natural lash, making sure that the base of the false lash is at the root of the natural lash. So I've blown it out, and I'm just checking with the mascara on to see that everything is fine. And yeah, none of the lashes are attaching to each other, so that is the good thing. And here is the final look. So I'm really proud of the way it turned out. I was actually expecting it to turn out a lot worse than this, but yeah, I tried y'all, and it worked. So I'm giving it a final blow and a final brush, and there is the finished look. So if you do decide to buy the set and try it out yourself, please drop us a comment and let us know what your experience with the kit is. And also, if you use any of the items in the kit to do somebody professionally, or to do it on somebody else, please let us know how that went. How's the application? How are you finding the tools, and how long these lashes lasted? We are very curious to know. But other than that, thank you so much for tuning in to the channel and watching our tutorial. I really hope that you have enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe.